I had the blessing and the privilege of teaching English in Shanghai, China for 3 years. I had two jobs. I was the head of English for the French-German Shanghai School, which was an expatriate campus for the children of business people and the diplomat community. And then I had a side gig with Johnson & Johnson. All their managers were either from Taiwan or from Shanghai, and their English was pretty limited. What they had learned in school was basically to read the words, not to be able to pronounce them, and many of them had to take trips overseas to check on the supply chain for that big company. What I learned in China was really interesting. All right, rolling. So if you know the history of China a little bit, you know that there are a lot of people and there have been famines and wars and pestilence for centuries. So the Chinese have developed a way of eating. If it moves, it's food. It's good to eat. So when you go into a Chinese restaurant, not a Chinese restaurant in the States, a Chinese restaurant in China, you're going to see things you've never seen before. Snakes, I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but bats, turtles, obviously various types of fish. So it's a little bit of a culture shock to go into that environment and to try to understand how the people live, but it's a very important lesson to understanding people around the world. We're not all, like once you leave America's shores, you realize America is not the world. There's a lot more out there. So what I found very interesting, I visited some Chinese medicine pharmacies, which are not like the pharmacies here. They're just shelves and canisters and glass jars filled with herbs. And when you present with a headache, or you have a neck ache, or a migraine, or your foot hurts, you tell the pharmacist what it is that's ailing you. They'll pick some of this and some of that and some of this. They'll fold it up into a triangle parcel made out of the newspaper that they have. They'll tell you to go home and boil it and drink that for 3 days and you'll be fine. So that's another way of understanding how Chinese medicine works. And I have also been amazingly helped by a Chinese doctor. In China, there is no such thing as chiropractic. That hasn't made it over there yet. I had thrown my back out. We had a flood in our apartment, and middle of the night, I was cleaning up the water, doing all that, threw my back out. I was hobbling around for days, and finally a Chinese person, local person, explained to me that once a week the doctor came to visit that apartment complex, and he was very good. So I went to see him. He looked at me, he felt my spine, put me on my side. He did a little torso twist just like the chiropractor does, and I got a little pop in the lower back, and I was in alignment again. And the charge was $2. It was an amazing experience. They wanted to do acupuncture on me. I didn't feel like the hygiene was up to my standards. I didn't see them actually cleaning the needles from one patient to the next, so I declined that. But it's a wonderful experience to be able to travel overseas and learn about other people's way of caring for the body. And I want to wish you a really good day. I want you to live your life on purpose, and I want you to be as healthy and as happy as you can. Stay tuned for next time. If you found the content useful, please like the video, subscribe, and click the little bell for notifications. Please use the comments section below to ask any questions or leave any comments. We're happy to help